Okay, this is part 2 of the melanzana parmigiana. That's eggplant parmesan. Melanzana means eggplant. Okay, that's what that is. So here's what I've done so far. I'm going to show you what I did. This is not really critical, but it's very simple to do. So this is what I did. I sliced this eggplant to about 3/8 to a 1/2 inch thick. Okay, and if you notice, I cut it long ways, not the round way, but you want to cut it long ways. That's important. Okay, and then after you cut it, if you look at this eggplant carefully, I'll see if I can zoom in on it. Do you see it sweating? It's sweating. See all that liquid coming out of it? If you can see that? See how it's kind of dripping, sweaty? Okay. The reason it's doing that is because I sprinkled salt on both sides. I sprinkled salt on both sides, and you want to let that set for about an hour. And what that does to the eggplant, it takes the bitterness out of the eggplant. Okay? But you're probably asking yourself, but it's going to be too salty. No, it's not going to be salty, because after about an hour, you take that eggplant and you rinse it off with water. And after you rinse it off, then you dry it off with paper towels. Okay, so that's important. This is an important step in making really good eggplant parmesan. So you got your eggplant sliced and it's sitting in salt. You let it soak for about an hour. That's the first thing to do. Just let it set for about an hour. So while you're doing that, you can dice up your onions. I have it diced up, little, not real critical. But what's critical is the garlic. It should be sliced very thin, as thin as you can. You got to use a sharp knife. Don't crush it. Slicing it thin, okay? And then, for me, those little red things, those are hot peppers, and I only used one because I like my Italian food just a little spicy, okay? And this is the kind of pepper I use. I'll show you. I used, let me see if I can open this thing. Here we go. I used these red peppers. You've seen those before. They're super, super hot. But just use one pepper, sliced up really fine. Just use it, slice it up really fine, and it'll be fine. If you like it spicy, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm limited on cooking utensils, so I put some oil in this pan. I got it hot already. What I'm going to do, I'm going to throw my onions in. Okay, got my onions. Okay, I'm going to throw my garlic with that hot pepper in. Okay, I used 4 cloves of garlic. 4 cloves, and the garlic. This garlic is going to kind of melt away as it sautés. Okay, I'm going to put it back on the burner. Okay, so kind of stir it around, let it saute, let it cook a little bit, let that simmer. So while that's simmering away, that garlic's going to kind of disappear. Okay, it'll kind of melt away in there, and while that's doing that, I'm going to turn up the heat just a little bit. Let's see. Can I do that? Yeah, there it is. Okay. I turn up the heat just a little bit. Let it simmer for a little bit. So while that is doing that, I'm going to take this eggplant right here, and I'm going to rinse it off. I'm going to rinse all that salt off while this is simmering away. So, oh yeah, by the way, see this? Check out this coffee maker. I don't know if you've ever seen anything like this. Here's how it goes together. You put your water in here. You put this on. You put your coffee inside there. You take this top. You screw it on. Okay, I'm not actually making coffee. Then you put that on the burner and let it, it's like a perk, it's like a percolator. Put on the burner, let it perk, you'll see when it's done. And if you ever tried coffee like this, you will never, ever go back to any other way to make coffee. This, in my opinion, this is the way they do it here. This is the best way to make coffee. It's the best coffee you ever had. So, I had to buy a coffee maker because coffee makers are sparse when you're renting houses. And Lily bought this coffee maker because she likes hot coffee. So she has excellent coffee with this coffee maker. But it has a European style hookup. So, when we get this thing home, we're going to have to buy an adapter for it. So, anyways, let's see. The onions, the garlic, it's sauteing. It's looking really good. I can smell it. That garlic is going to kind of melt away because it's sliced really, really thin. Okay? So, I do that. While that's doing that, then I take this oregano, put a little of that in there. Okay? That's what I'm going to do right now. Okay? Just a little bit. There you go. Oops. That's alright. Not going to kill you. So stir that in, which I'm going to do. Stir that in. Okay. Let that saute for a little bit. That's what that's doing. So, while that's sauteing, oh yeah, this is kind of neat. Check out these bottles. These are beer bottles. I think I bought these in France. Look at the lids on them. Check that out. So, one of them I filled with vinegar, because we were using vinegar while we're cooking, and I filled one with oil, just regular cooking oil, not olive oil, because Lily's allergic to olive oil, so I use regular cooking oil. And if you're not allergic to olive oil, I suggest you make this with olive oil. So, anyways, that's where we are right now. This is part 2 of this eggplant parmesan, and I'm going to turn off, let this simmer, and get ready for part 3. Okay, love you, Emily. Bye.